Welcome everyone, I'm Alexandra and I make videos on thrifting, home decor, and DIYs. And today I'll be demonstrating 3 different thrift flip DIYs inspired by home decor items from both Urban Outfitters and Anthropologie. I love the aesthetic of these stores, but I don't love the hefty price tag, so I wanted to show you some cheaper, budget-friendly options that you can create with thrift store items. If you like this type of content, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my next videos. Our first DIY is a mirrored sun wall hanging. There are so many different versions of this on Urban Outfitters, and they go for about $30 or so, which is not cheap. I got this one in one of my other Come Thrift With Me videos for a whopping $1.99. It was bright metallic blue, so it wasn't really my vibe. So I decided to spray paint it gold with this Rust-Oleum spray paint that I got at Walmart. I gave it about 2 coats of paint. After letting it dry, I removed the tape and decided I wanted to add some extra texture. So I found this large pack of beads at the dollar store for a couple of dollars. I cut a piece of string and began to braid it like I would someone's hair, just to make the string a bit thicker for the beads. Then I slid the beads onto the braid until I had the length I like, then tied a knot, and then tied another knot around the metal part at the back of the mirror. I unfortunately didn't get any footage of this part because it was a bit of a spur of the moment, but to make the loop at the top, I tied another string around the knot and hot glue gunned the extra pieces around for a cleaner look. I decided to hang this over my closet door, and I think it looks so much cuter than it did before. Adding beads truly elevates any wall hanging, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. For our second DIY, I wanted to make an accordion peg rack because I've seen these everywhere on both Urban Outfitters and Anthropologie, as well as Instagram and Pinterest, but often at a crazy price tag. So when I saw this raw wood wine rack, whoa, tongue twister, I envisioned that it would look something like this. The first thing I did was vigorously saw half of the rack with a handsaw. And you'll want to do this right in the middle of the rack if you have a similar one to me. Then I sanded everything down to prevent any future snags, and I took some black spray paint by Rust-Oleum and gave the raw wood 2 coats, followed by a sealant by Mod Podge to prevent the paint from transferring. I used wooden beads yet again to add some detail to each peg. You'll see I used hot glue because I didn't envision hanging anything too heavy, but if you do prefer that extra security, feel free to use Gorilla Glue or E6000. I thought the wooden beads added a nice contrast to the black, and all in all, this accordion rack really enhanced the look of the ornate wallpaper in my current entryway. DIY number 3 is super easy because it entails a refresh of an existing piece of wall art I picked up at my local thrift store. I didn't find a particular product from which this was inspired at Urban Outfitters or Anthropologie, but I did feel that the geometric boho look of this piece could easily be found at either of these stores. I found this piece at the thrift store in a bag of 2 frames for about $2.99 and thought it was really cute, but the colors didn't really go with my color scheme. So I wanted to preserve the design, and I decided to use both black and brown acrylic paint. With a fine tip paintbrush I got at Michael's, I traced around the design and filled it in as I went. This really took little to no time to do, maximum 10 minutes. I did like the frame it was in, so I didn't even need to change that, and I was so pleased with the finished result. So there you have it, friends. I hope you liked the look of these DIYs and found the instructions helpful. Comment below on what your favorite one is. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.